evening, everyone. I'm Michael Cooper, and I'm a member of the Canadian House of Commons. And it's truly an honor to be here as part of the Canadian delegation and to stand with the Iranian democratic resistance under the inspirational leadership of Mrs. Rajavi. Today, as we gather here, tens of millions of Iranians suffer under oppression by a brutal and evil regime. A regime that jails, tortures, and murders democratic voices. A regime that poses a huge threat to global peace and security, and a regime that is the largest exporter of terrorism around the world. Recently, Canadians learned firsthand about the brutality of the Iranian regime when the IRGC shot down Flight 752, killing all 176 passengers, including 85 Canadian citizens and permanent residents. Last year, a Canadian court determined that that was no accident, that it was deliberate, that it was an act of terrorism. 4 years ago, I, along with Wayne Easter and the overwhelming majority of Canadian members of Parliament, voted to designate the IRGC as a terrorist entity. 4 years later, it's time for the Canadian government and all governments of goodwill to designate the IRGC what it is, a terrorist entity. And we must now, more than ever, redouble our efforts to support the resistance, to impose maximum pressure on the regime, and to work to hold the perpetrators of the regime who have committed crimes against humanity and terrorism accountable, including Raisi, who has blood of tens of thousands of Iranians on his hands from the bloody summer of 1988, when more than 30,000 political prisoners, including women and children, were executed. Raisi must be brought to justice. My friends, tens of millions of Iranians are standing up every day and bravely resisting this evil regime. And tonight's gathering sends a message to them. We are with them. We support them. And it sends another message, and that is to the Iranian regime, and that is that their days are numbered. A free and democratic Iran is on the horizon. Thank you very much.